I looked back to previous video podcasts and did not find that I discussed a particular issue which raised its ugly head the other day regarding the fixture lease addendum. If this discussion is a repeat, please forgive me, but it is important for you to understand. The most important function of the fixture lease addendum is the required disclosure from seller to buyer of what fixtures are not owned by seller and therefore leased. The second part of the addendum is to provide for the assignment of those leases. 3 words were deleted from the previous contract form that qualified what fixtures and improvements the seller obligated himself to sell. Those 3 words were owned by seller. Those 3 words meant if the fixtures and improvements on the property were not owned by seller, then those items were not part of the contract to sell. With those 3 words deleted, the seller obligates himself to convey all of the fixtures and improvements on the property to buyer, irrespective of whether he owns them or not. The fixture lease addendum then serves as a disclosure of items the seller cannot sell to buyer. When an offer is submitted to your seller, if the fixture lease addendum is not added, and there are fixture leases, seller must add it to provide the disclosure. Some people were thinking it was only if the buyer wanted to assume the leases that it was necessary. But if the buyer does not add it and seller does not add it, then buyer does not have to assume any lease because the seller's obligated himself to convey all of them. Seller could be forced to buy out the leases in order to meet his contractual obligations. I hope this podcast will help you guide you in the use of the fixture lease addendum when you represent the seller. Allegiance Title is your trusted resource for results.